Hello. I'm here.
Yes, happy Easter.
Yes, happy Easter.
Did you get any Easter eggs on?
I bought one. Yeah, I did. We did have one. I only had the one. The girls had some as well. You know,
Right.
it is the time where it's probably the only time you're probably allowed to eat chocolate, isn't it? It's got to be like your body weight in chocolate.
Well, I don't know. You can eat a lot of chocolate around Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Celebration tins and stuff. Yeah.
Selection boxes and Christmas coins and So, but I didn't get an Easter. I don't get an Easter egg because I never eat it. So.
Yeah, no, I've got one. I've eaten some, but I don't like to overdo it now. So.
No. So I just there's no point buying me one because I'll still be eating it come Christmas. So.
Yeah, well, I would imagine the shops on Tuesday would be selling them all off, and some people will be buying them to live on for the rest of the year because there'll be enough going.
Oh, Julie's does that. Oh, can we go to town to see if they've got some cut price Easter eggs? Oh, God, no.
Get them while you can.
Luckily, around here, what they do is whatever they don't sell, they donate to charities.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, they should.
They donate it to food banks and they donate it to all kinds of things. So we don't get that around here anymore.
Brilliant.
All the supermarkets donate there. So didn't have lamb either for dinner. Just had pork and.
We just had roast chicken dinner tonight. Normal today, so normal Sunday roast.
The thing about it is, when the kids are older, it's not really Easter much anymore, is it?
It's one of those fads, isn't it? It's a bit like I suppose it's a bit like Halloween and Easter. I mean, Halloween and Christmas, isn't it? It's a bit.
Yeah.
It's just an excuse to eat lot.
As they're now older, they can answer the door, so we don't have to get up. So that's win-win. Win-win. Anyway, right, news. Just a couple of things this week, which has come out. Now, this first one was sent to me by a subscriber. And this is either in China or Japan. I can't read Japanese. I can't read any of the language, really. But
probably be Japanese.
Yeah. So this is Diagostini. And I am like, what the frig? Okay, it's got young girls, kids. Yeah, okay. So Hello Kitty Vintage Classic Collection.
Yep.
So you get a
little person.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically. Okay. So Hello items collected. So yeah, you got like little purses, boxes, a bag.
Yeah.
Issue 1 features a replica of the first Hello Kitty item ever released. So it's got like the classic bits and bobs in there.
Yeah.
You do get a magazine. I don't know what to say. It's because it's terrible. I'm sorry.
It's not for us, is it? It's not for us.
No. I'm lost for words. I can't see that coming to the UK. I really cannot.
No.
But there's some bits and pieces on it. Subscribe now, so that'll be the Japanese or whatever price that is. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
No words for that one.
No, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure it's one of those ones I don't think we'll see over here.
No, it is a partwork, and we do know Hello Kitty is very popular in Japan. Very, very popular in Japan. Definitely, I am going to say this is the hands down. I am not doing that if this comes to the UK.
Oh, you sure? You want a knife and fork set there?
No chance is this happening on this channel here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. What? Okay. So I'm going to quickly move on to the next thing, which I do think is truly awesome. I wish I could afford to do it. So it was announced earlier in the week, and this is the SAS Willys Jeep from Agora Models.
Yes.
So we all know the original Willys Jeep that they brought out, yeah. So
yeah, this is the SAS. I think it's a desert one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's obviously Agora are expanding their military range of models.
Yep.
It does look awesome. I've got to admit. I'll just go through some of the pictures here. So it doesn't look too much to it, though, if you know what I mean.
Well, the Willys Jeeps weren't. I think 4 guys could pick it up and turn it round. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was designed to be very simple on the battlefield because they didn't want too much going wrong with it, and if they did, it was easy to fix. So I don't think they overcomplicated it. So it's very simple design.
The Willys Jeep was, they couldn't mount whatever with it, but it does look nice. So we have all the features, water condenser. And what else are we here?
Got loads. It's got the mounted guns there and side pouches and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So very, very nice. It would go great with the other Willys Jeep as well.
Yeah.
So so there's all the bits and pieces, metal wheel channels, the machine guns. We do get accessories, includes hats and bags for storage and personal kit. So we have that. There is a video on there, but I can't play it because of copyright.
It would be very good if it came with figurines for that.
Yeah, but I'm sure you'd be able to get them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. There's 2 options there: the 12 and 24-month option, as always.
Yeah. And then there's a little bit of information on the Jeep itself, the history and everything. So like I said, 12 months or 24 months subscription. So very nice. I've got to admit that that's better than Hello Kitty.
Yes.
But I really don't know what to say about that Partwork.
Well, it is a Partwork, so
it is Partwork. I have to show it as a Partwork. But so that is the Willys Jeep from Agora Models, looking very nice. Again, though, I mean, if this was at Telford last year,
yes,
and it's now just been released,
well, it goes on pre-order, but I think you can pre-order it, but it doesn't get released until the autumn.
Yeah, so it's on autumn release. How long does it take Agora to release a model?
Obviously they show it, so it's like most. I think it's about 12 months, a year.
Yeah.
Like most Partworks, you see the test. So their test is showing the car at Telford.
Yeah.
And then it goes into production. So it's like I said, it's there's about a 12-month gap in between. So.
And then other thing as well is, when is the James Bond cars coming? The 2 new ones, because we haven't seen them either. So is that going to be another Telford this year and then get released next year around autumn time, or?
I don't know. I thought they were both being released this year, but I don't know. Does it say on their website? You've got the thingy there.
Let me go. So
007.
I just do it the old-fashioned way.
Right.
So, there we go. New for 2025, so must be this year at some point.
Some point this year, yeah.
Yeah. But they're not really revealing much on them at the moment. So then you just got the model.
The excitement.
So still not really much information on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to end that news, Sherry. What has the world come to?
Well, I have just been sent a link by someone. So obviously, I collect, as you see, 1/6 scale figures, and someone has literally just sent me a link. It's from CNN Business, and it says DHL to suspend global shipments of over $800 to the US consumer.
Whoa.
It says Parcel Express Company, DHL. It says will suspend shipments over $800 to US consumers from April the 21st.
Right.
Over tariffs, it says.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. There it is. I'll bring it up there.
Wow.
So I've just, literally, while you've been talking, someone just sent me that. Because it's just been announced today. So, yeah. Just to brace people, just in case. I don't think anything will come of it, but that's happening. I know there's a few companies that deal with 1/6 stuff that are suspending US consumers at the moment for obvious reasons, but yeah.
Just the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah. The reason I bring it up is because with Partworks and stuff, I don't know if they use DHL, but I wouldn't imagine that if DHL's done it, I would imagine other companies will follow suit.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Okay, right. We'll go through some chat. I know we've had quite a few comments about the Hello Kitty Partwork.
Oh, who's getting it?
Oh God, I wouldn't even pay to have that imported.
Is someone going to get it for you?
Yeah. I have to pay for all mine, so I'm not wasting money. That'd be like the most underwhelming post to come. Okay, so at 7:11 p.m. last night, we have D. Harris, who says a very good evening, Mark and Kevin, all in chat. So evening, D.
Hi, D.
And then at 7:19, we've got Steve131, who says evening all, evening, Steve.
Evening, Steve.
And then at 10:04, we've got Will's Workshop saying evening all, see you tomorrow night. So evening, Will.
Yeah, see you now.
And then we've got Flip Dip this morning saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So good evening, Flip Dip.
Good evening, Flip Dip.
Right, I can go now to the ones. So next in, we've got Spider Sprue, who says hello, Mark, on this side. So hi, Spider Sprue. Then he says hello, Kev, on this side.
Hello.
And then Will's Workshop says evening again, all on Mark's side. Evening, Will. And then he says, an evening all on Kev's side. Don't forget the like button. Yes, please.
Thank you, Will. Hello, Will. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button.
Yeah. Next, we've got Howard in. Dash Riptide, who says, hello, everyone. How's the 420? I mean, Easter Day going? So,
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it'd be nice. I just don't do with the long bank holiday weekends. That does my head in.
Yeah, it's a very long one and it messes up deliveries and God knows what else.
What gets me is Oliver's back in college on Wednesday and he should be back in on Tuesday, but because they've had 2 weeks off, plus a very long bank holiday, they have to put a teacher training day in front.
Yeah, I don't remember the teachers having this many training days when I was at school.
Oh, I always used to joke they're off to Alton Towers for the day.
Oh, of course they are.
They're all off to Alton Towers for the day.
They're all in the pub.
Yeah, teacher
training.
Yeah. Flipped it says, it's that time again? Oh, yes.
Yep.
And then Howard said, did Kev forget what time it was again? No, you were early.
No, it was very early tonight.
Yeah. We've got David Hawley in who says, a very good evening, Kev and Mark, and a very happy Easter to you all. So good evening, David. And
hi, David.
D says, yeah, right, Kev. I eat a pack of digestives every night, a chocky night.
Yeah, why not?
Not for me. I can sweet stuff I'm not a big fan of. So we've got Paul Quinn in who says, hi, Mark and Kev. Have a good one. Thank you, Paul. Welcome.
Cheers, Paul. Welcome.
And then we've got Dan Crimin who says, hi, everyone. Hope you all had a great week. Yeah.
Yes, Dan. Welcome. Yeah.
Right, so here we go with the Hello Kitty.
Oh, here we go.
So David Hawley says, not for me either. No. Howard says, hey, it's big in Japan and women like Hello Kitty. I think that Kev's daughter would say, Dad, get me this.
Yeah, she might do, yeah.
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 David Hawley says, looks like a load of tat, if you ask me. Oh, dear. Will's Workshop says, not for me, but you may be surprised how popular Hello Kitty is in the UK too.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you've got young girls, yeah, okay, but not for me.
No, not for us, but for other people, yeah.
Steve131 says, bet you do Hello Kitty, Marksman. Not a chance in this world. Yeah. D. Harris says, agree, Will. Kitty's still popular.
Yeah.
And then we finally move over to the Willys Jeep, and David says, now you're talking. Yeah. You go from how can you compare Hello Kitty to an SAS Jeep? Jeep?
We go from one extreme to the other on this channel.
Yeah. So we start with something absolutely what?
Yeah.
To, yeah. Steve131 says, nice Jeep.
Yeah.
Howard says, come on, boys, let out your inner feminine side. No. I mean, where would you display it?
I don't think you do. I think you just use them. I mean, I should say how many bags do they need, but I won't go there because my wife's got loads of them.
Well, the thing about it is, you're paying for something like that. Would you want your kids to wreck it and use it? I don't know.
I don't know. Depends how much it is when it comes out here. If it comes out. Yeah.
Yeah. Flip Dip says I would pay extra to see Mark doing a Hello Kitty channel. Not a chance. Not a chance. And then D. Harris says, I know a man who would be doing that Jeep. Yes, he is, actually. Yeah. So that would be John the Build's iconic military model.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd be right on that.
Spider Sprue says, got it pre-ordered. That's right, the Hello Kitty. No way. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? That's what you like.
If that's what's, yeah. Okay. Will's Workshop says, SAS Jeep looked great when I saw it in Telford, but not a model for me. Anyone that saw the live stream on Tuesday will know what my first Agora model will be. Video coming soon. Ooh.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. We've got Andy Carroll in who says, hi, Kev. Hi, Mark. Hope you had a good week. Mark, did you send those pictures? And Kev, what do you think? I actually forgot. I need to send you some pictures that Andy sent me.
Okay, then. Yeah, I've not seen it.
Yeah, I'll send you them after the stream.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll sort that. Mark's Hobbies says, hi, all. Hi, Mark's Hobbies. Welcome.
Hi, Mark's Hobbies.
Howard says, I'm on the fence for that. I could almost convert my Jeep now to that with just the guns and accessories. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could do. But I think I prefer the original Willys Jeep to that one.
Did it come with the trailer, the original one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And wasn't it 2 trailers?
Oh, I don't know. Was it 2 trailers?
I'm sure you got 2 trailers.
Right.
I think one was
the gun, weren't it?
Yeah, and then there was another one, but I'm sure, right. Yeah, you got 2 trailers with it. Spider Spruce says, because I'm doing the IXO Willys, I decided to do the Agora.
Fair enough. They go well together.
Yeah, they do. They would. Steve131 says, would Julie do Hello Kitty? No, she's not a fan. So that's yeah. She'd rather spend money on cross-stitching and yeah, stuff like that than Hello Kitty. David Hawley says anything is better than Hello Kitty. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling we've opened up a bag of worms here. You know, we're gonna have Hello Kitty dates or something.
Yeah.
I'll read this one. D says to Steve, I hope he does, even just to annoy Mark, LOL. No, she won't. 3131 says, don't think SAS had a mad use on Bonnet, just the Twin Vickers. Possible.
The guns, I think.
Yeah. Howard says same. D says DHL, a German-based carrier. Don't think it will affect the Euro countries or UK.
No. It's on the article. It's about the tariffs.
Right.
Oh,
okay. Andy Carroll says, I'm going to buy Mark and Hello Kitty tea to wear on. I
think they sell them in Primark.
Don't give people ideas where you can get these things from.
I think they do.
No, it's simple. We didn't have girls as kids. We had boys, so it's been our house is very boisterous. So, yeah. Howard says James Bond, I'd assume in mid of the year after the Goldfinger is completed.
Yeah.
Can't be much more to go on that though, can they now? The Goldfinger.
No, I think that might be their summer release.
So
they always release one in the summer, don't they?
Yeah.
Possibly. So yeah. It's this year. It says this year. It says 2025. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Flint says hello, Mark. Hello, Kev. Hello, Kitty.
What have we done?
Yeah. Steve131 says teacher training day is about the latest government red tape ideas. All right.
Right.
Okay. So they have an hour meeting and then go to Alton Towers, or go to the pub for lunch, probably. D says kids are out of school more than they at it. If they take a day off the school, quick on the phone. Yeah. So mine were always on the phone. Dan says Hello Kitty will look great between Disney Doll's house and Peanuts kits, Kev. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, Kirsty's got some Hello Kitty stuff, so
yeah. You never know. Kirsty might want it.
She might see one or two if they came out. I think.
Yeah, she might want to collect the
like
Hello.
You never know. It's still popular.
Yeah. Howard says, I'm thinking this might be the norm of things going up in time, no matter what tariffs we have or not. Prices have gone up with everything beside just Partworks. Yeah. It's ridiculous. The thing about it is what I find is you're always paying the same amount anyway, because if things go up, then they put the minimum wage up.
Yeah.
So you're never ahead.
No.
So Spider Spruce says, Kev feeling tired.
No, I'm fine. I'm awake.
I was going to say, do you want to show that? I'll put you on big.
Oh, what, this?
Yeah. There you go.
My tire. There it is. I don't have a banana for scale. I should get a banana for scale. But that's one of the back tires for the tumbler.
Yes.
And it's quite meaty. There's no give in this tire at all. So I've been sort of just holding it. It's like it's like a dog toy sort of thing you give to a dog.
Don't give it to the
chew
dog.
toy. Yeah. I don't want a dog toy.
That's an expensive chew toy.
I think the dogs have got a chew toy. It's a tire. It's a bit bigger than this, but it's like that.
Right.
You chuck and they go and get it.
It's bad enough the cat's playing on the Alien.
Yeah, and the Terminator. But they've left Optimus Prime alone. I've only got it. I stood it up this week, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, I only used them to put in the holes. Just toothpicks, and it's held perfectly. It's been like that for ages now, and the cats haven't touched it, and it's not fallen over or anything. And I'm quite surprised.
The cats haven't touched it yet, you mean?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
David Hawley says, I see you have a tumbler tire, Kev. I was amazed how big it is.
Yeah, we've got 4 of these to come, and this is just the first one. So another 3. There is some serious weight in this.
Yeah, but I mean, I watched your video today on you put on obviously the rear suspension.
Yeah.
And it only gets held in by that half moon thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally push it up, it clicks in, and we've got to put these on there, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's
well, my only concern now is because it tells you in the magazine to flip the car on its side to push the suspension in, but obviously I did it without doing that. Now my only fear now is we've got to fit the floor pan underneath it.
Yeah.
How are we going to do that? Because I've already broken one of the ailerons by turning it upside down.
Right.
Didn't I? I broke one of the ailerons on it.
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah.
And the only way to put the floor pan is to tip it upside down. So I don't know how that's going to work out.
I think when we did the Ecto and we had to put the outer body shell onto the chassis, we actually put it on its side. We had to do it that way.
Right. Yeah, but even on its side, it's got 2 little flaps on the sides as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a real difficult one. The only thing I was thinking was to get a box that's in the or something solid that's in the middle, so I can tip it up and balance it in the middle of the car instead of on the aileron bits, or just tipping it over and then do it that way. Yeah. But I don't think we're getting that piece until near the end, so we'll worry about it then.
That is one thing I hate in Partworks, when they keep telling you to
turn the thing over. Yeah,
turn it upside down, turn it the right way, turn it. It's like it damages the model.
Well, not only that, it's when they tell you to. I know they tell you to test everything, but it's when you're plugging stuff in and out all the time. And I'm thinking, surely we shouldn't be doing that, because that's going to put strain on the wires and the socket.
I think I was finally glad when we didn't have to turn the DeLorean upside down anymore.
Yeah,
because that was if you the bonnet could easily come off, the doors easily opened, and you could damage stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might have to make a jig out of polystyrene or something.
Yeah, I've got some polystyrene somewhere. I could just jiggle that up. But yeah, it was just, I was just a bit concerned because we're going to have to do that at some point. Now, I've got a funny feeling it's going to be one piece and it's going to be placed with loads of screws. So not only will you have to turn it up, but you'll have to sort of push it slightly to get the screws in. So yeah,
not good.
Should have been done a while. It should have been done before doing all of that.
Yeah. Steve answers our question for the Willys Jeep. Yeah, it came with a trailer and a howitzer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it came with 2.
Yeah, trailer and the mounted gun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that, but when yeah. Howard says the original came with a trailer and a howitzer gun on a trailer. Yeah. I thought so, because yeah, I remember seeing pictures of it and I'm like, oh, got 2 trailers. We've got Dylan's Denner Models in, says evening all. Evening, Dylan. Welcome to the
Dylan,
stream.
welcome.
Mark's Hobbies says we should all club together and get Mark Hello Kitty. I can't see it coming to the UK. So it has to be imported from Japan. Yeah. I am not doing a Hello Kitty. Not in this channel. No chance. There are far other things out there I would rather do than a Hello Kitty. Oh dear.
What have you done?
Dylan's Done a Model says just book tickets to watch Star Wars Episode 3 for next week, the 20th anniversary. Going with my oldest girl. She's gonna love it on the big screen. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Episode 3 was the best out of those films.
Well, I always remember mine and Julie's first anniversary when we'd been married 1 year. We went to go see Star Wars Revenge of the Sith at the cinema.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, they're bringing it back, aren't they, to the cinema, yeah.
How the heck I got away with that, I really don't know. But somehow I managed to get Julie to go to the cinema and watch Star Wars with me. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Steve131 say, can see that back tire giving you an Uber ag putting it on.
I think it's going to go on okay, but it's that suspension was a little bit of a pain in the video today. It went on quick. It went on easier than I thought it would, but it was still a bit of a pain.
Not easy.
No.
Will's Workshop says, bet that took a while to put together, Kev.
What, the suspension?
Could be.
Yeah, no, it was and it wasn't. I had a lot of people saying horror stories and people struggling to put it on, but actually it went on better than I thought it was.
Will's actually said the tire, LOL.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that went on really well because that is it. That's all we got, obviously.
Well, it's a nice chunk of tire.
Oh yeah, that's where all your money's going.
Yeah,
because I don't know what they filled it with, but there's no give in this, and the weight in it's unreal. And that's like just one.
Looks like a monster truck tire.
Yeah, it's really big. Yeah.
David Hawley says, I broke the same one, Kev, and like you, I think the floor pan fitting is going to be tricky.
Yep.
Yeah. So why they don't give you these things at when you actually when you put all the connections in? I don't know. Yeah,
we should have done it before we could have done the floor pan and everything else before we stuck the roof down and that side panel stuff down. There was no reason to leave it like we did, and it's right to the end. We still ain't got it, so I'm almost certain it's going to be in the last issue, because I think that the issues we're going to get now on are going to be these.
Well, I think I'm not building it, but I reckon you'd be putting the roof on before you put the plate on.
Yeah,
you need to plug it in, and you also need to make sure that it works.
Yeah, I mean, we still got this section that goes on it, and that's obviously got to be screwed on it and put in and tested, like you said. So I'm almost certain the last thing we do will be that floor pan. That will probably come in the last pack.
Because there's no point putting that on and then doing the roof, because what if the roof doesn't work?
Yeah. Oh, and talking about the builds and finishing and stuff, we found out today the last issue of Optimus Prime.
Yes.
And it comes with another head. So we get 2 heads with it, which surprised me.
Well, it comes with a second face.
Yeah, it comes with we should clarify. It comes with a second face and the inside section. So you have to take the head off, pop the sides off the old head to put on the new head. So I think you have to decide which version you want, and that's the one with the mouth guard or without mouth guard.
Yeah. So, but still looks great.
Yeah.
Got to admit. Howard says there's small bits on the Apache that could be added at the end of the verses when they say to do so. I've not put my Optimus Prime mirrors on till he's completely done. Me neither.
You haven't, Mark. And in the last issue, you get replacements.
Yeah.
It's almost like they knew you were going to break them. I
haven't put my mirrors on either. So
I put them on. I haven't put the wipers on, the window wipers. I've not put them on. But I have put the mirrors on. But it's good to know that we get spares just in case.
Yeah. But no, not put mine on. They are still in the packaging they came in, actually. So
brilliant.
To keep it safe. David Hawley says, go on, Mark, you know you want to. I am not doing Hello Kitty. Hands down, I am not doing Hello Kitty.
Oh, it's Hello Kitty time.
Andy Cowell says, Star Wars Celebration in Japan, 18th to 20th. Wait, I call my friend bring Kitty home for you. No! Don't need Hello Kitty.
Yeah, Star Wars Celebration's been on in Japan, and they've announced a load of new films and TV series. And I think it's in LA in 2 years' time. It's every 2 years. So in 2027, it's in LA next year. I know that part, and I've seen some of the stuff that were previewed and stuff. So
yeah,
looks good.
We've got Stephen Haynes Models who says, "Hi, Mark and Kev. Evening, Stephen. Welcome."
Hi, Stephen. Welcome.
And then, Will saying the tyre, LOL.
Yeah, it took a long time to fit that.
Yeah. David Hawley says, almost big enough to fit on my car.
Yeah. A smart car, but yeah.
Yeah. David says, to be honest, I don't really care about the electrics working. As for me, it will always be a static model.
Yeah, a lot of these models, I mean, mentioned it on the channel before, and I've mentioned it on my one as well. A lot of these models sort of are. You want the electrics to work. They should work because they're part of the build. But actually, how often do we use them?
Yeah.
So a lot of these builds are sort of statue builds. They're sort of the gimmick part of it is the electrics, but actually most of us probably won't use them all the time, if you know what I mean.
Prime example, R2D2. I built that. I think I finished that in 2019.
Yeah.
Used it a few times, switched it off, only switched it on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I took the batteries out, but I did have a very good reason. And the very good reason was I had to I'd lost the power adapter to do the switch on mode.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I've sorted it now and it works brilliantly. Still works fine. All the holograms work, the cameras work. So yeah,
brilliant.
Really impressed with it.
Yeah.
Will's Workshop says, if Hello Kitty come to UK, someone just needs to send it to Mark, LOL. No!
That's it now.
Doing Hello Kitty. D says, go on, Mark, it's a partwork after all, LOL.
It is.
You know what? It's the first partwork I've ever seen that's absolutely had me in hysterics. What the heck is this? I mean, do you get any free gifts?
I mean, they did preview. They did do a test in France not so long ago. A sneaker collection, didn't they? A trainer collection with little tiny trainers. I mean, I know that.
I think it's that bad. You don't even get any free gifts with it.
Does it? How many? It doesn't even. I don't know if it tells you how many issues.
Oh gosh, I think anything over one issue is enough. Does it have frequently asked questions? No, it doesn't have any frequently asked questions.
No.
So this thing could go on forever, and yeah, never. Oh my word! I'm just looking if it says how many issues, but no.
Right.
Oh, hang on. Frequently asked questions. Okay, let's see. Right, hang on a minute. See if it says. Yes, we know what the benefit. Well, we're not subscribing to it. I already got to it. Oh gosh. Doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's going to be one of those ones that goes on for a while.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of that web page now. I really don't want it up on my computer. We've got Kevin and Mary in who says, hi everyone. Hi Kevin and Mary, welcome.
Hi, Kevin and Mary, welcome.
Flipped it says Lionel Richie brought out a new song out.
Hello Kitty. Was it me you were looking for? Was that the next line?
Dylan's done a model says, Mark, looks like you're doing Hello Kitty by default. I am not doing Hello Kitty.
It looks like it.
David Hawley says, you're putting up a good fight, Kev, but you know you want to.
Well, if it came out, if Kirsty saw it and she'd say she wanted, we normally get what we want. So,
I'll have to send you it after, Kev, and you can show.
Yeah, I'll show Kirsty it afterwards.
Yeah. We've got Ian Campbell in who says, "Evening all, good evening, Ian.
Hi, Ian. Welcome."
Dan Crim says, "You heard it here first. Mark's starting a new channel to do Hello Kitty. Kev to follow with new channel for Barbie collectibles." No. I am
Do
not
they do a Barbie one? I don't know if they do one. Don't give them ideas. We started doing that. We started giving them ideas, and then stuff started coming out.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, didn't see that come up. Howard's just super chatted me. $49.99. Thank you, Howard. Bet someone needs to send Mark a trial of Hello Kitty to do a video on his channel. Not going to happen, but thank you, Howard. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I will definitely be putting that back into the channel with models. Not Hello Kitty models.
I was going to say Hello Kitty's got to be.
Yeah. Thank you, Howard. That's really kind of you. That's thrown me. That really has. Okay, where are we? Will's Workshop says Howard has done a Howard LOL. Thank you, Howard. David says, sorry, meant Mark. I am not putting up a huge fight to not do Hello Kitty. It's that simple. I cannot see that coming to the UK. It is very popular.
Well, you can get stuff from it. You can go to Hobby Link in Japan and get it sent.
Japan can keep it. I am not even going there. Andy Carroll says my R2 was done in 2016. I could have finished it before then. So
yeah, mine was. I done mine as soon as when it was first released. Mine was one of. Well, I think yours as well, Mark. Weren't it? We all done it at the same sort of time, didn't we?
Yeah, I got it when it first came out. I was
straight after the Millennium Falcon. Well,
yeah,
Millennium Falcon was still out, but yeah.
The R2-D2 started round about the same time as the DeLorean first got released.
Yeah.
So that's roughly when they were going on. But yeah, because we finished the Falcon, and then they teased with the R2-D2.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm definitely doing that. And then after that was the X-Wing.
Back when they were very cheap and all in the newsagents.
You got to admit, the R2-D2 has got some of the most best electrics in that are there.
Oh yeah, it still holds up really well, and considering you can control it from your app, and it's got a camera and everything else, yeah.
D says Wonder Who, LOL. Andy Carl said charged it up this week and still works per the bloody head rotating at boot. Mine was fine, my head. The only problem I find is the brackets that were holding the head motor in needed bending back into shape. They bend all the time. So
yeah, no, I just remember it rotates slowly and then swings back really quick.
Yes,
calibrated now.
Yeah, but remember with the R2-D2, you had to, you had to do the wake-up procedure.
Yeah.
And the wake-up procedure, if you take the batteries out, you have to do that wake-up procedure again.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. Spiders Bruce says, Mark opened a can of Hello Kitty.
He has, yeah.
Yeah. And then Howard says, Wayne termed it as dashing. Cool, I'll call it that then. So thank you for dashing, Howard.
Yeah, dashing.
Okay. Flipdip says Mark should build a model clay head of Kitty for Lionel's video. No, I am not doing it. It's just floored me. Remember the build that Model Space brought out, the Fiat with the caravan.
Yes.
What the heck was that all about?
I don't really know. They also done a camper van, didn't they? A Citroen or a Renault camper van, didn't they?
I don't know. Oh, I think it was a Citroen.
It was a big thing.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, it weren't like your VW one. It was.
I think when they brought out that Fiat and the caravan, you had like Ferrari builds you could build or whatever, and then brought out a Fiat.
Yeah, well, they do a lot of like the old German cars as well. I mean, you got to think I think it's Hachette that does a lot of the Citroen car builds. They must have a like a deal with Citroen because they just keep testing and bringing out new Citroens. I think the latest test that they had was the Citroen SM.
Yes.
And I'm almost certain that will come out because every one that they've done so far has been released. So,
right. We've got Chef Hawk in who says, "Evening, everyone. Hi, Chef Hawk. Welcome." Spider Sprue says, "On eBay, I have found up to issue 93 of Hello Kitty." I can't believe you actually put that into a search on eBay. Because you know what's going to happen now?
It's going to recommend you stuff now.
Recommend the Hello Kitty stuff, not just on eBay, but on Facebook,
everywhere. Yeah,
everywhere on your socials. So I would not be putting that into to eBay. Definitely. Howard says, if it comes to the UK, Mark will have to at least look at it. No, because if it's Agostini, you've got to sign up for it.
Yeah, you've got to subscribe to it.
You can't go to the shops.
No, you have to actually sign up.
I just don't think I could do that. Yeah. Howard says R2 is now be done in 12 months.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, it's the same with the Megazord now.
Yeah, they only offer it as a full kit now.
Yeah, you cannot sign up to the Megazord on a subscription. You can only buy it as a full kit.
Yep.
And that has happened pretty quick because it hasn't been out that long.
Well, no, because other people are still building it on the subscription. And I've got the longer one, 24-month, and I'm only on pack 5. I think it's issue 20 or something.
Yeah.
And I know other people are on like Will's Workshop. He's doing it over the 12 months.
Yeah.
And I think he's on pack 5 or 6, but he's on, I don't know, like 50 or 60 or something like that. So he's quite far ahead. But yeah, they only offer it as a full build. Yeah.
I mean, I remember they took the Optimus Prime down pretty quickly when that came out. But they haven't taken down the Megazord, but they've switched it to full kit only now, which is strange.
Yeah. I'm almost certain that they might offer these ones, RoboCop, Optimus Prime, as a full kit once they're done.
Yeah.
Because I think what happened was, as you know, when it was first off to the full kit, they ran out straight away. And then they had to do more orders of it. And I think it's done very, very well.
Yeah.
So that's obviously why they've decided to offer it just as a full build.
Yeah. David Hawley says, if Hello Kitty does come to the UK, I will get sent to you, Mark, just to see the look on your face. No. Oh my God.
Do it in a normal cardboard box and say, do it live on stream Sunday.
No.
And then you open it up and Hello Kitty.
I don't think that would be entertaining.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Dylan's done a model says, I think Hello Kitty would look good next to R2, Mark. Not a chance. Don't insult R2. No way. The only thing good next to R2D2 would be the C-3PO that you used to be able to get off Amazon, but you can't get them anymore. The king size one.
Yeah.
Yeah. D says that would look good. That would be good app to create one to control the Bismarck instead of using an iPad size controller. Yeah. Then he said,
yeah, well, when the R2 came out, it was sort of like, oh, it's got an app. And we were like, oh, maybe they're going down that route. I mean, to be fair, they've gone from switches to remotes.
Yeah.
Over a couple of years. I've said this before, didn't I? And it was when Horlicks was doing the Bluetooth mod as well. And I was thinking, they could do an app. So you download the fan home app, and in that app it has all their models, and you can select the model that you're building, and then you can control it from an app via Bluetooth.
The problem, I think the R2D2, though, it connects to your phone via Wi-Fi.
Right.
So, but I don't know. I think it might be quite expensive for them to do that, or would they be able to do it on a smaller scale? I don't know. Possibly.
Yeah, it's just I think when we were discussing it before, and this was years and years ago, I think the problem came down to was maintaining the app. So if it crashes or needing updating, I think it's extra work for them. But it's a cool idea, because you could control all of your builds from one app on your phone. Instead of going around with all these remotes and pushing them all and everything else.
D says, so if anyone from D'Agostini watching, please send Mark the first issue for a review, please. LOL.
I don't think that's happening.
No. Will's Workshop says, been working on the Mallard tender today. Video will be out tomorrow. Mallard engine is looking good now. I bet.
Lovely. Yeah, I bet.
Dylan Zero Model says, I think Fan Home had a ton of models, but COVID got in the way. Now they're playing catch up and rushing them out.
Mark was saying about Hello Kitty. They've got a new Hello Kitty. Kelsey's turned up. They've got a Hello Kitty Partwork coming out in Japan.
Right.
And I thought, would that something you would like?
I don't know.
It's like purses and bags.
Probably not then.
No. Okay. No.
Not even somebody female wants that part.
No. Because Sophie wouldn't even want it, would she?
No, not handbags and purses.
No.
I don't have...
Stuff. Well, she has certain Hello Kitty stuff, but it's not Hello Kitty, is it?
Kurimo.
Kurimo. It is.
Okay.
It's like a black. It's like Hello Kitty, but it's got like horns, like black horns and stuff. I don't know. That's her. So, but yeah. I sent her a message saying, "Would you like the Hello Kitty stuff?" And that's why she's just come in.
Will's Workshop says, I'm waiting on pack 5 of the Megazord. It's now being generated. Not sure I'll do any more 12-month builds as it's a little expensive. All right, okay.
So that's the other Hello Kitty that they do.
That looks like an evil Hello.
It's called Kuromi.
Right.
And it's like a little devil version, but that's the ones that Kirsty likes. It's part of it is part of Hello Kitty.
Right.
So that's what she likes.
Okay. Paul says they booed the full kit manual. They don't show you the whole way to convert it into the larger Megazord. The manual stops abruptly at 120, then end up sending you an email about it. And then and how to find it on your account. So
right. I think when it finished issue 120, I think it came with a little pamphlet, like a little sheet that tells you how to convert it from tank to Megazord.
Right.
Because when you build it, you build all the Zords separate. And then what they've done, I think in issue 120 in France, was you got a little sheet, basically. It tells you the ways to convert it into the tank and the Megazord. But obviously they forgot to include that in the full build.
Right.
and then I think they email it to you, or you can find it on the portal.
Right. D says, be entertaining for us to watch, LOL. It's not going to happen. And David Hall says, you've done it now, Mark. Bet you wish you had never mentioned Hello Kitty on channel. No. Mark says, how come you never did Mallard? I wasn't into Partworks back then when it first came out, but I would love to do it.
Yeah, it's one of those, because Hachette did a lot of Partworks like that. They also did a model railway build.
Mm.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They gave you everything to build a model railway except the locos. They even gave you the carriages, the stations, the platform, everything, just except the loco. But it was a 00 scale one, and yeah, they did that as well, and they've never redone that.
When they came out, I was spending most of my money on alcohol, so I was young. So yeah.
Club alcohol.
Yeah,
partying too hard. We all were then. Yeah.
We've got Burgess in who says, evening all late because of Formula One. No problem, Burgess. Welcome. And then David Hawley says, going to say good night, guys, before we run out of time. Cracking stream, guys, and a lot of fun. Thank you. No problem.
That's all right.
See my reaction to things, yeah. Wood's Workshop says, I've been comparing against the toy Megazord, and I think it looks like it will transform the same way as the toy.
It is exactly like the toy. In fact, like you were saying, it transforms the same way. All they've done is taken the toy version and blown it up, basically. Made it bigger.
Yeah. I would have preferred it if they did like a premium offer on it to have the Dragon Zord.
Yeah.
That would have been great, but not always possible.
No.
We've got Max Hobbies who says, bye Kev, bye Kitty.
Hi.
And D Harris says, and a customer, good night, gents. Until next week. Mark, I'll see you tomorrow on Dano's. Yes. So good night, D.
See you, D.
Andy Carl says, right, guy, that's time again, Mark and Kev. Thank you, Andy.
Cheers, Andy.
And then David Holly says, all you need to do now, Mark, is purr into the mic. LOL. Not a chance. And then Will's Workshop said, I would love the Dragon Zord to go with the Megazord. Yeah, definitely. And Spider Sprue says, night all, great stream. And that is it. Oh,
we've caught up. So, yeah, all that's left to say is what you got coming up on the channel, Mark?
Normal videos this week as normal. Live tomorrow night with Dano, live on Tuesday with MCC UK, live on Wednesday with PPM. So pretty busy next week, but yeah, all normal things on normal days.
Yep, I've got I've got 2 issues of the Enterprise to do, and then it'll be the Tumblr and the Dalek, and then if anything turns up, I'm waiting for quite a bit to turn up from fan homes, but because of the bank holiday, they probably won't turn up until the end of the week. So hopefully. Yeah.
Okay. So Howard's put, say good night, Kitty. And D says, Mark, I guarantee someone sends you a Hello Kitty issue if they can get it. Yeah. And then Chef Hawk says, good night, all. Cheers. Night, Chef Hawk. So thank you for everybody watching. Thank you for your comments as always. We'll be back same time, same place next week. So it just leaves me to say I am not Hello Kitty. I've been Mark.
And I've been Kev.
I will catch you all next week, guys. Bye.
Good night, guys. Bye.